Hello everyone, welcome back to Ink Anarchy. This is the fourth one. And welcome back to Ink Anarchy, the monthly Splatoon 3 tournament series, more focused for UK players / Europe players. And we're just gonna jump right into it. I'm your host for today, Pixel Squid. It should be a good one. I'm gonna jump into round 3 today, just because it's just easier on my side in general. I guess we can have a quick look at the bracket. Let me just quickly get that up. And we can go quickly and talk about the teams and stuff. But yeah, Splatoon 3, everyone. Yeah, so as you can see here, we jump into round 3. There's been a 60-team bracket, so we are down to the top 4 in the high bracket. But there's also, of course, it's a double elimination bracket, so a lot of players are splatting against in the lower bracket to try and get to the losers finals to get to the grand finals. We've got Also, apologies, I'm not the best at the names, but we got Tenshi, Burger, Smile, and Chewits Paella flavor, which doesn't sound like a good flavor, to be honest. Before we go to the round 3 round of stages, here's the map pool, which got updated last month, featuring the new maps, Brine Water Springs and Founder Heights, physically on one mode each. And these stages. So here we go. The matchup is Smile versus Chewits Paella flavor, which before they were both teams battle against was very tight games. Ozone versus Smile, and then Chewits versus Shard. Very close games, which you should just see from the seeding, but a huge upset for Ozone, since they were the winners of last month's Ink Anarchy. Hopefully they get back through the lower bracket. But yeah, so we're gonna jump right into Founder Heights on Splat Zones, which I really love. I think a lot of people do. This stage has 2 zones in the middle. Well, not too spread out. They are 2 zones on each side, and yeah, it should be good. Let me quickly. And yeah, we're just gonna jump right into it. Smile versus Chewits Paella flavor, and you gotta love to see it. Give me a second. Oh my god. Alright, into the game. Round 3. The first game in the round 3 best of 5. And we got a splash, 2 sloshes, and then a splash shot with triple ink strike. Chewits already making the push so far. Just dominating the specials and just getting that nice turf coverage on the top. However, the E-liter just trying to pinpoint and try to get some splats here. Prism. Okay. Yeah, right now Chewits are just blocking Smile to even push right now. Oh, here comes the tri-super by Marsh. Gets one spot. But watch out for the triple ink strikes though. They jump in. They need to try to stop the zone here. They just need a bit more paint on the other side, but sometimes it's that. Just Chewits are just on the right side right now, and with all of them just staying up, it's going to be pretty hard for Smile to get back in there. It's a 2v2 right now. Marsh is trying to track IPS, but it's a 2v1. Gets one splat. And that they got the points down. A huge penalty for turrets with 48. And yeah, Smile has the turf control, which is always good. Now, and on the stage, you need to be like, honestly, dominant. Like the top is where the zones are, so just keep using the specials and just painting around so the other team can't get pushing. Dribbling strikes coming from turrets with not really a lot of effect there, but a crab as well with a booyah bomb gets one zone. But yeah, they use all their specials, but they can't even like push Mosh with the Trizuka and Wave Breaker from the Custom Special Junior. Squeeze again on one splat. The Social has the special already. Oh, nice assist from the Squeezer. Only one up, and that's a wipeout, and that's a reverse. A good for a first stream game. That's always good to see. Like honestly, not like a cool sweep. But yeah, Smile taking the first point in this best of 5 set. And I feel like any of these teams, of these two teams, can like win like this entire like round. We'll be moving to Ink Art Academy, Clan Blitz, which is honestly a pretty solid layout for a Clan Blitz map. You got the two entrances from the left and right. The left being the normal slope, and then the right with being the additional slope. To try to get to the goal, which is more close to the spawn area, but it is very easy to make pushes. Weapon-wise, I think we probably will see the same like amount of like weapon comps and stuff. It's interesting with IPS. They were more known for their Special Junior, but this time they decided, oh yeah, I'm going to use the new Splash Shot, which is honestly a really good Splash Shot for paint and just for these specials. Yeah, Splash Shot's still there with some Tetra Jewelies. A roller from Smile side as well. Interesting stuff. A lot of stealth jumps and object triggers as the shoe abilities, which is always good to have, I feel. Especially in the current meta where there's crabs everywhere. Good for object trigger. And even big bubblers. The Shosha taking the roller down. And already, Chuit's having a good like push with 2 players already down. Also just getting enough clans to try and make this first push. The roller trying to get some spats, but yeah, falls down with no good approach. Prism gets one splat from the Elita and trying to just push the Chuits away from the goal. But that's a 65 push. Not a bad push, but still 65. That's not like... That's around 2 like super clans. Or 1 clan and a few clans. Big bubble coming up. Oh, didn't get the trade. Ayo using the Tetra Jewelies, trying to be sneaky, but didn't get into the player's space. Mouse with a squeezer though, with the Trizuka plays we saw earlier, and just being a good like assist weapon and just getting a few spots. Depending on the scenario. Oh. Tripling strike dropping down. This is probably another push for Chuits. They have the clams, they're using their specials, just giving them some paint, trying to go for the clam into the goal, and they get some points. Now the penalty's completely gone. 62, but they should hopefully maybe throw some more clams in to make that the push worth it. A few clams in with the crab tank launched out. Yeah, turrets currently are just putting Smile just in on the platform and not trying to let them like push at all. The roller getting 2 splats, which was very close to the splat. Oh, that bomb. Get IPS getting 2 splats, and now to only the Elita up, which is not on their platform. IPS throwing the clam in and using a triple ink strike to try and make some pushes, while the teammates throw more clams to them to try and even get more points. Only the Splash and Slosh are up right now. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's Clam Blitz. I was trying to make it zoomed out, but I realized, oh yeah, you can't do that in just Clam Blitz. Then they're getting 1 splat, and now that they are making a push. Already at 65, that was, but with like a minute and a half, can they make a few more clam pushes? Is that 56? And a Trizuka incoming with even more clams. They need only like. The Super Clam's gonna get in, and they're now in the lead with 27 points. Marsh trying to get some splats here, but good for backing out there. Especially they were very close to being splattered. Chris on the left here, using the crab tank, and also triple ink strikes coming out as well, trying to make some pushes here, since there's only like 50 seconds and you need to do another grand push. At 36, ooh, the E-Liter getting these snipes, but they taking the lead though with 21 points. The E-Liter trying to get some spats here, which they just did. Now with 21, Smile needs to make a push here. They have a Super Clam ready, but they need to get some more paint on the board. And also splats. There's only 3 of them up right now. However, yeah, as mentioned, they also gearing up to having their specials, trying to avoid the triple ink strikes. Marsh getting 1 Trizuka splat from like the arc, which is very cool. He's cool. Now we are overtime. They need to desperately make a push here. However, turrets are just on the platform. Going, but with the clam is throwing in. Oh, they got in, but they need to get a few more clams in. Prism trying to throw clams in, but they're jumping, but they have no clams. Only, that's it. Wow, that was a very close Clamblitz game. If they at least throw a few more clams in, they could have won that. But it's a 1-1 between each teams right now. With us going into Undertow Spillway on Rainmaker. Which, for a Rainmaker map, again, most maps in Splatoon 3 has 2 routes. Either you go to the left or right. Right being the shortest, but the more tricky one to do, just because of the challenge it being in the spawn. Or left being the long way around, but can usually benefit of getting points over a long amount of time. But you need to get the wins here. Like the win. You need to be confident in your pushes physically on Undertow Spillway. I believe we will be also seeing very similar comps as well. Let's jump right into the game 3 of round 3. Okay. Yeah, very similar comps. I believe the one big change is with Smile's Splash Shot. Yeah. They were originally custom Splash Shot Junior, but now they are just the normal Splash Shot Junior with Big Bubbler, which could benefit with the tight alleyways on physically this map when pushing. Right now, Smile having the Rainmaker, trying to push here, but from Chris's like splats there stops the Rainmaker. Prism behind the Rainmaker with Smile team releasing the pressure out. Prism doesn't make it to the podium, avoiding all the triple link strikes from the IPS. And with only one play up, which is the Squeezer. Marshall once again. Yeah, they're backing out. Both teams know when to go back and forwards when they have lesser numbers on the team. Chris releasing the Crab Tank. Gets one splat. And only 2 up for Smile right now. They just throwing bombs and releasing the Wave Breaker. That feels a bit too late right now. But the big boulder comes out. Splash. Coupled, believe. I just got like 3 spots there. Using the power of the big bubbler and the close range of the Splash Shot Junior. Parallelly just painting all the stage right now. Trying to get some turf control. Which is neck and neck right now. Roost Slider coming, but just hits by the wall. However, the Tetradrillies lurking and just dodging all the bullets, trying to get some spots here. Damage with the Sosha. Notices the stealth jump. I didn't even get the splat. The roller trying to roll in and out, like just like trying to go around the podium and try to get some spots, but having a tough time with turf paint. But gets the, I believe Chris before they use the Crab Tank. A very neck game with only around a minute and a half left. Marsh in the lead by 1 point, while Chuits are just away from 1 point due to them putting the Rainmaker on the podium in second. It's depending on the outcome. Both teams are in a pretty like uneasy like place that any of these 2 teams can still win, just because their push for points hasn't been the best. Like it's only by to the first podium. IBS picking on the Rainmaker and gets the points to 54, but Prism getting, I believe, 2 splats there, guarding the Rainmaker, but wasn't enough. Now they need to make a push. 6 more points, 7 more points greater than 60. Prism trying to desperately move away from the Tetras, but gets down. Only IPS up with the Splash Shot. This possibly could be Smile's push right here, but with only 25 seconds, they need to make the push. Which they are. Which they were smart to use the wall because Chris can just get the splat there. And they're pushing massively right now. We're using the Trizuka down that small alleyway, which is non-linkable. It was a really good push. And they're even pushing more to 15 points in the last 3 seconds. Turrets need to make like a Uno reverse here. They got the Rainmaker. At least they got the Rainmaker, leaving it splat. But yeah, Smile are just being very aggressive right now. And with more power for their turf, they need to try to push it. Seems like they're going to the left way, which, as we can see already, they all got the Special and Elite are just guarding with their Wave Breaker and Big Bubbles. Maybe they used it a bit too early though. Just, nope. And that is another point to Smile for their grand push in like the last like 30 seconds. And we're going to the next game, which will be Makamot on Tower Control, which honestly, for the layout, and it's just solid. You got like the 2 platforms in each side, and different ways to enter in and out of the stage when you're respawning in, and of course the middle part where you got not once a main alleyway in the center, and then 2 blocks on the left and right, which can be used for backline weapons, but also just used for being on the higher ground when trying to push in and claim turf. I believe we'll probably see very similar weapons once again. And on we go for the next round. 2 sloshing machines, 2 Buer bombs, and the same comp for Smile. Could this be good for turrets? I guess we'll find out. With lots of last-ditch efforts and object throws and stealth jumps. Sloshing machine for tower is very good. They arc your shots arcs. And just Fizzy Bomb. Getting multiple Fizzy Bombs down to push and defend is really good to have. It paints a lot and can get quite a few splats. Prison getting the splat, but Crab Tag. They need to be careful on the Crab Tag on the left. And turrets are making the first push. We're already going through the first checkpoint. And Buer Bombs are coming out. 1 Buer Bomb. And the Crab Tank coming out on the right block. And with only 2 up for Smile, this is going to be very dangerous for him. However, the Special Junior pushes, gets 1 splat, the Roller being in the mid, and there's only 1 up for Turret. Smile having a lot of paint control right now. This could be their push. Or Turret's making it to 42 points. They can easily do the same. Linda, with the roller, again, some like cheeky splats just under the platform is very useful with their roller flicks. And they still continue pushing with a big bubble out. The Elite again 1 splat from Forbidden's getting 2. Aria again 1 splat using the shoulder machine as mentioned with those good arcs. And only squeeze it up for Marsh. But they pushed that to 31, going through the second checkpoint, which is always useful to have. Now they need to go through the last checkpoint, which is a bit tricky to do. Meanwhile, Turret needs to try to do something similar here. Maybe even better for the next checkpoint. And a neat Splat Bomb throw from the IPS. And only one up being Mosh. But they do have like Trizuka ready. Savage knows they are there. And also Mosh is aware for this stuff as well. It feels like a desperate Trizuka though. Savage just leaving away while Chris comes in with the burst bombs and getting the spats. There's only the E to left once again, but only the splash left. But this is whoa! That was so dangerous for Smile. They could have easily they were all jumping there because of the crab tank safety, but Prism dared to challenge that and went onto the tower and just throw it back with the other teammates respawning in. Turret's trying to paint up here and try and get on the platform, but with that big bubbler, Smile was just pushing and onto the last checkpoint, and it's just going down quickly. Now it's at 9. Luckily, Turrets have picked up went onto the tower game to just push it back a bit, and they need to try to paint up here. Look at the turf control right here. Ooh, Lorella getting a splat and also a wipeout. With Turrets spawning, they need to try to push more on the left here. Or there's only 3 of them up right now. With, I believe Marsh using the Trizuka, getting 1 splat, but Chris using the crab tank. They need to try to get 2 or even 3 spats here, but they just keep getting like more general team trades, such as there's always 3 up or like even 2 up sometimes. Marsh getting 1 splat with the longer range of the squeezer, but gets splatted, but also gets shredded. Only 2 up for Marsh though, but yeah, it's just, as mentioned, that paint control, like, there's just paint everywhere. And with only 1 minute, they just stand on the tower. And that goes to 3 points to Smile. I feel it's unfortunate in some ways. As we saw, wait, I was gonna say, they did win a game and they were very close to some points, but just with that Rainmaker push and that tower push at the end of each of those games, we just see Smile just more superior, which is a bit crazy. It's judging on the seeds. It was a seed 7 team against a seed 3 team, so Smile is definitely going to be a team to be like looking out for as we go into the winner finals. Give me a minute. I'm quickly... We're gonna slowly move into winners finals here, which will be against Smile and Tenshi? I'm sorry. Names to be hard. Let's quickly look at the bracket, shall we? Honestly, a lot of upsets, I believe. Like, I personally wasn't expecting this. Like, from what I saw the bracket like this morning. Let's go to bracket here. As we can see here, nothing in the losers like bracket yet, since they still on currently around round 3 to round 4. But yeah, just quickly go through like the loser bracket. We are currently on the mix of round 3 and round 4. Ozone are still climbing up right now, and I'm going to go on to the second match in losers. Your dad, what a team name, is in round 3 currently. Truits have moved to round 4 as well. And yeah. So we are going to probably jump into either losers round 5 and losers final after this current game. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly. I'm literally just talking to myself here. Usually I got like someone else talking to me. So sad. All right. Yes. Winners round, which is round 4. Yeah, let's go. So here's the stages and modes. It's going to be Macamart, Rainmaker, Hagglefish Market, Splatoon, Inkblot Art Academy, Power Control, Museum, Rainmaker, and Hammerhead Bridge, Camberts. We just saw a Macamart, funny enough, but this time it's going to be on Rainmaker. Which, yeah, it is different, because Tower is a fixed... You get to basically from the middle to the different checkpoints, and then to the end. Rainmaker, the Rainmaker is free. You can literally walk anywhere with the Rainmaker. So there's usually 2 left and right. Oh, thank you, chat. I misput the name in. It's not Tenshi. It's Tenshi, and I'm hoping I'm saying that right as well. But yes, we can quickly go through the teams. Yeah, Tenshi. Okay, cool. I got it right, everyone. I think I was saying that right. Tenshi. Okay, and Smile, which is I know how to say Smile. Oh, cool. Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. But yeah, we just literally saw Smile played, so I believe we're going to see the Elite again, the Squeezer, which is very cool to see. What else? The Splash Shot Junior, either custom or the original. And yeah, it's one I'm forgetting. I know I believe that she just played. And for Tenshi. Let's quickly look up there. They got Alo, Rizzer, Seb, and Yashin, which I'm hoping I'm saying right as well, but ignore me. I personally have never seen this team, but from when I was sorting out seeds with more other players, I believe we're going to see a really good matchup. A surprising matchup, I believe. It's seed 1 versus seed 7, so get ready, everyone. Yeah, and while we wait, we're almost about to see the first match for this winners finals. Let's talk about some of the other stages, shall we? So yeah, talk about a bit of Makamart. Hagglefish, everyone loves Hagglefish, especially on zones. It's always fun for me. It's always fun to like watch Hagglefish, specifically on zones, just because you see all like the paint going around between like the two like block tower things. Yeah, it's a fun one. Inkblot Academy, we saw this one earlier with Clan Blitz. This time with Tower. I guess it's the opposite of Clan Blitz. Well, obviously. Well, no, it's not, because I keep forgetting in the Splatoon 3 version of Tower Control on this map, they added the block where it's easier to flank, so that'd be interesting to see. Then we got Museum, Rainmaker. We see a lot of Tower on this mode from previous Ink Anarchies, but this one's pretty fun. Very hard to get a knockout, but it's always very good when you do get the knockout on Museum. And then Hammerhead Bridge, which I believe from the map pool this is like the only stage right now in the current season map pool. And yeah, it's Clan Blitz. Wait, that sounds like I don't like Clan Blitz. I like Clan Blitz, but lot of space in the middle, left and right, and then just ramped going up to the goal, which would be fun to watch if we do get a game 5 in this round. But yeah, the current, as mentioned earlier, let's quickly go to the map pool. Here are the stages and modes for this current season. This will be updating over time. This is the second version for the chill season, and potentially for me to look into it, since Ink Anarchy happens every first Saturday. But usually, we know we are like aware that that's going to be when the next season happens. So I'm not sure if we're going to stick to this map pool for the next months yet, but I need to look into it. But it's going to be cool. Eventually, we're going to add even more stages and some changes in the future. I'm hoping for the Egypt map, which we saw in the Splatoon 3 Direct, like back in September. And for returning ones, I'm hoping to either see Urgent Underpass from the original game or the Reef from 2, which I think both are really good maps. We are shortly going to jump into it. Players are just going to set up the gears and weapons. But yeah, as mentioned with gear, I think Smile are going to go with a similar comp. I don't think, why would you try something different? What's the saying? While the wheel doesn't break. Wait, don't reinvent the wheel. There we go. That's the quote for the day. Don't reinvent the wheel if it works. I think Smile are going to keep to a very similar comp, especially with Marsh's cool squeezer plays. I think that'd be cool to see. Yes. Thank you, chat. And or it's possibly that these two teams have gone against each other. But yeah, these are two new teams which haven't played in Ink Anarchy before, so it's gonna be fun. And yeah, Makamart on Rainmaker. Here we go. Good. Your winners finals for this month's Ink Anarchy. 2 splashes, a spatana and sausage machine from Tenshi. And yeah, very similar comps for Smile. But yeah, 2 splashes, of course, because of Crab Tank, and then a spatana is always fun to watch. Commentator's curse, don't know that. Right now, only... Wait. Okay. Only 2 up for Tenshi right now. And they just going for the Rainmaker podium for Smile. And they got onto it. Which, there was no one on that side, so might as well. Although, with the Rainmaker right now, there's only 2 up for Smile right now. And they got the checkpoint podium as well. Very quick podium ones, literally within like a minute. Or in like the first minute. Crab and beer bombs are used by Tenshi. And just the power of the fizzy bomb, just throwing the bombs over the blocks, and even on the platforms, just to give some more turf and possibly some splats. Splatana on the left here, trying to guard. Ooh, gets slid by the Squeezer. Squeezer getting another splat with the long range, and releasing the Trizuka out. Was thinking probably trying to get the Crab Tank, but just the current like cargo crate just didn't allow them. A near splat for wait. The roll, I believe the roller got shot there. That happened so quickly. I was about. It's just how commentating works, I believe. Big Bubba coming out for Smile. And a splat, there's only 1 splash up right now in the middle. They are being pretty risky here, but it could benefit them. Such as, not the example here. Prism picking up the Rainmaker, and here, trying to make some more points. Possibly. Oh, falls down. Zeb with the Spatana, trying to gets shot over the Rainmaker. It's unfortunate. It feels like the most. Oh yeah, I'm gonna avoid the Rainmaker shot, but sometimes it just hits you. Beer bomb coming out. Gets 1 splat. Almost gets like another there, but just didn't. Special Junior just throwing bombs and trying to like paint here and just guard. Both teams are really good at guarding from pushes, and then also basically for like when attacking as well. Because once a player gets on your platform, it's going to be very hard to push them off or get them splattered. It depends on the play. Only Splatana up, and they jump into them. Zeb backing out though. With 1 minute remains, Tenshi does have the lead by 48 points, but it's still very close. For Smile could definitely make a push, which we have seen in the previous match against Stuart. But yeah, it's just neck and neck for paint and the splats. Not a lot of players again getting splattered all of a sudden, but 2 crab tanks out. And This could be the push. Oh no, I mean the push. The push to make it a even greater win here. Rainmaker backing out a bit. Was determined to get a few more points there, but it just didn't work out. Dodges the bomb, and only 2 of them up. The rock, and that's it. Tension even like didn't back out there. They were determined to win that just by either getting more points. And this will put us into our next game, Hagglefish Market Splatoons. We haven't seen a Hagglefish on stream today, so I believe this is going to be very fun to watch. But yeah, judging from the comp, it's going to be, I believe it's going to be pretty hard for Smile to like overcome if Tenshi like has a similar comp. Like, sure, you can say like it's more basically this comp. As a reminder, they have 2 splashes with which is 2 crab tanks, and then a sausage machine with beer bomb. Which, like, I know a lot of people like saying, it's the meta and stuff, but if it works, it works. As I mentioned, don't if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We know those weapons are good, but Smile here needs to either not become the meta, of course, but just try to overcome it. Maybe with using a sausage machine? I guess we'll find out. Yeah, don't reinvent the wheel. But maybe reinventing the wheel, but not as the same, but as a counterplay, might be the cool here. A Flinzer with Tenta missiles might be the reason here. Don't break the wheel. Yeah. As you can see here, a few stealth jumps, and already the sausage machine already down. Wave Wrecker and Tenta missiles coming out, which to effect doesn't really do a lot here. However, Smile are in the lead right now, and just the E-Liter just on the middle block in the middle, pinpointing the other team. It seems like Tenshi are painting up and trying to get their specials ready. As we see, all their specials are basically ready. But the crab tank, it gets splattered, but the Simcaster is incoming. Oh, gets down as well. It's only 2 up for Tenshi right now, and the points are out 50 points. And the Trizuka coming out by Marsh. The points are going down still. Like, Tenshi needs to try to do a push here, but with only the 2 splashes up, ironically, they need to paint. And no, it's just going down. It's only like 10 points. They need to try paint it, which seems like and they got the zone just within 9 points, with a nice 69. Deb didn't get any splats there. Sausage Machine backing out, jumping to the spawn, which is a good play. Trying to get the special ready, which, as we see, is ready for Beer Bomb. The Sausage Machine trying to get a spot here with the E-Liter. Crab Tank on the tent right now. And Zipcaster coming out using the Spatana. Only 2 up for Smile right now. And Seb just using the Spatana right now, trying to push them back, just due to that range as well. The Finns are trying to just paint everywhere and just placing ink mines. And possibly just getting themselves. Seb using the Zipcaster just on the player's platform, but didn't get any splats. He's only 2 up for Tenshi right now, and the points are coming down. It's in like the second half of points. But oh wow. Okay. Tenshi just holding the zone, using the crab tank and all their specials. I felt like Smile had the zone there, but there's only one of them up, which is the Elite Leader. Prism trying to get over it, but there's only 10 points left. And this might be over. Yeah, that's game. What a reverse. Smile literally had that, like, feel like they had a really solid push, but wasn't enough. It was 9 points. Just shows sometimes you just need to hold on to the zone for just a bit longer. Next is Inkblot Art Academy. Which Inkblot Art Academy on Tower Control. I believe we're gonna see some, as we saw with that team, a comp. I think we'll probably see something similar. Maybe a splash shot from Smile. But yeah, yeah, I'm just surprised the turnaround for that game was so quick. And we're gonna just jump into the game right now. For Inkblot Art Academy for the third game. Two splashes, but this time at Gal. And Smile sticking with the Flinzer. A mix of stealth jumps, last ditch efforts, and object shredders, which I think is a smart play. Also the Splash Shot Junior with Big Bubbler. And of course, Crab coming out right now. One on the left and one on the right. Oh, unfortunately, Crab didn't get any splats. Huge change, which I slightly mentioned, yeah, was there's no Splatoon now. Seb is using the Gal, which has Killer Whale and the Inkle, which is very good for tower, specifically for the special. Gets one splat. And Crab on the tower right now. Yeah, they right now. Oh, oh, it's a DC. I believe that is too late though, especially with the points. Let me quickly double check my ruling. I need to get my rule book out. I know I like written rules. Is that a bad thing that there's just so much ruling I put down? That DC happened like right at the end of the game as well. It wasn't within the first 2 minutes though, so. I believe the minute mark was above 3 minutes, so yeah, see. I don't know what's up with the. Yeah. Oh, wait. Let me quickly change it to the thing. Yes, we're gonna be doing a rematch for this game. We just wait on to the other player to rejoin. But yeah, we're gonna be shortly, like probably in the next few seconds, Inkblot Academy on Tower Control. Unfortunately, DC, no one likes a DC, like, or even a lobby crash in Slam 3 physically. Currently looking at the brackets. Currently, players in loser are in loser round 4 and then going to loser round 5. Truts are now in round 5. While it's against Ozone and Burger, which is round 4. So we're probably going to see a very similar matchup to some of the games we saw in the higher bracket later on in the stream. And we're on to our game 3 right now, which I think someone might be DC. It's just a feeling. Alright, same comps as we saw before, and abilities as well. Oh my god. that was funny. Okay, it seems to be fine now. That just Splatoon things. This is a weird game. Marsh getting one splat though, and Tenshi just they're pushing the tower now. Two down for Tenshi, and they are backing out, but with this push for Smile, with the Trizuka and other specials, they can definitely make a really good push, and one jumped out, it seems. But that was a huge push for Tenshi right now, with 30 down. And the Killer Whale, again, 2 splats on the tower, just shows how powerful that current special is. The Booyah Bomb most likely aiming for the big leveler, destroying it, but only 2 up for Smile right now. A nice splat for getting rid of the crab tank. And that almost got, almost got another spot there. But a Booyah Bomb incoming. And Tinted Missiles ready, which got detected of the main 2 players in the middle area. Seb, I was gonna say Seb just staying alive on the right here, but literally gets spotted. Commentator's curse. It's happening all the time today. A beer bomb incoming for Tenshi though. A wave breaker out for the prism. And the big bubbler saving the 2 players here, but literally they all just sneaked up in the tower and gets 3 splats. Unfortunate, but point-wise, it is honestly close. Smile just needs to make another push here, but with not a lot of turf control and only a minute and a bit left, they need to try to do some good plays here. But with the power of the 2 crab tanks and the beer bomb and the killer whale upcoming, it's going to be very hard for them to try to push this off their platform. Mars trying to do a flank here, but it just didn't work out. I'm hoping I'm saying right. Just gets a spot with the crab tank, but gets another Prism gets a spot on them. Oh, this is their push right now. There's only 2 of them up right now, but oh wait, no! Oh, the splash literally got the splat off the Elisa. And with the crab tank just guarding the tower, but the Trizuka though, getting the crab, they need to stay on the tower. Except for just try and march in to get the tower. And that's it. Tenshi, a 3-point sweep for this game set. Unfortunate, like, lines just because that also just, and keep in mind, the DC, sometimes the flow of the team just gets put off. Unfortunate. But it is the way. And Tenshi are going into the grand finals, while Smile are going to play in the losers bracket. Or losers finals. Yeah, just unfortunate. Just from how much we saw Smile like going through the like to its Paella flavor. Yeah, it's just unfortunate. But it's just the way of the tournament sometimes. The flow of the tournament. Let's quickly see. We'll be back shortly with either Losers Round 5 or Losers Finals. So stay tuned for a bit. We're going to be going on a short break. Thanks for watching, and yeah, see you in a bit. Welcome back to Ink Anarchy for this month's February one. We are back. So apologies for the slight wait. We are going into the losers finals. Let's quickly go to the bracket. It's going to be Smile versus Chewits Paella Flavour, which is what a weird name, but I kind of dig it. Unfortunately, Ozone just didn't win the previous losers round. It's unfortunate since they were the winners of the previous Ink Anarchy. But hey, sometimes when you're going to tournaments, sometimes you're not playing your best, or just other players, such as today, Twit's Paella Flavour just overthrown them today. So yeah, it's going to be a interesting rematch. As a reminder, Smile got 3 points, while only Twit's Paella Flavour only got 1 point. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting loser finals, as we're going to jump into the games very shortly. But yeah, as mentioned, we're going to jump into... I'm quickly looking at my... Just double checking, yeah. Rainmaker Macamart. We saw this earlier in one of the previous rounds, so that's going to be fun to watch. And then Museum Splatoons, Undertow Spillway on Tower, Rainmaker on Gorge, and Hagglefish Market on Clamberts. I've seen quite a few of these modes. Undertow is going to be different because it's Tower, and then Hagglefish is also going to be different since it's Clams. I feel just because Chewits have been like playing a lot more, just ongoing in the losers bracket, inclining to the losers finals here. I think their energy is definitely going to be much higher compared to Smile, since they've been waiting for this upcoming game. So yeah, I think it'll be an interesting matchup. I think either team will win, but judging from previous points, Smile I think has the advantage here. But I do think Chewits could push through and make the win, get the win and go into the grand finals, which they will be splashing against Tenshi, who beat Smile in winners finals. And then of course, whoever wins this loser bracket will, and if they do win the grand finals match, they will have to do a bracket reset, which will be very interesting. But yeah, losers finals. I honestly, I mentioned the comps in the previous rounds, but I think we're gonna probably see a pretty similar comp from each of the teams, like Chewits Paella Flavour with like a Sosha, Special Junior. Well, Smile is gonna be has the usual 4K Elita, the Squeezer, and the Tetras, I believe, as well. And we're gonna be shortly gonna jump into the game, probably in the next couple seconds. I say couple seconds, they just about to start choosing their weapons, but I believe each team knows. I feel like they're pretty confident entering this round. And a reminder of pricing and stuff. The top of the teams get results on Nintendo.Inc, and also the winning team for each Ink Anarchy gets a Ink Anarchy badge, which is very cool. And yes, we are gonna jump into the game, everyone. Our first loser finals games. Chewits Paella Flavour versus Smile. A Tri-Slosher with Ink Mist and Inkjet. That's very interesting. I'm very curious on the pick here. One Crab, as we saw last time. A Roller, a Squeezer, and the Elita. It bursts from Smile. Smile side. And Chris getting one splat. Dodging the Rainmaker charge. Roller being sneaking and getting, I believe, 1 or 2 splats there. There's only one up for Church. And there's only, now it's just the complete reverse. There's only one for Smile, and a nice jump from Camford. IPS with the holding the Rainmaker, releasing the Crab Tank and Eject, but Prison here just getting splats. Elisa picked up the Rainmaker. But yeah, they need to cover a lot of turf right now. Marsh getting the splat off the reef slider. That was an unfortunate reef slider. Marsh getting the splat on Chris as well. Triple Ink Strike coming out. And all the specials coming out right now, but no one's really making a confirmed like push here. Everyone still needs to aim for the first podium. Reslide coming out from the Tetra. Didn't get any splats. It's very hard to like get splats consistently with the Reslider since players can just see it. See the roof slider incoming to them. Elita picking up one nice jump shot, but trying to avoid the tri-slosher right now. Oh! Gets one splat off the squeezer, but the roller just came in and splatted. With under halfway through the game, no players need to try to make a consistent push. With Church being the lead, we're only sending 3 points. Meanwhile, Church does have the turf control right now. Oh, unfortunate splat bomb. Splat right there. Very nice splat bomb placements though. Really good just to get sometimes a surprising splat. Very neck and neck right now. Not a lot like going on like in pushes, but Marsh with the Trizuka. Oh, didn't get any splats. Just sometimes the nozzle noise you need to like aim hard for it. However, Smile are now in the lead. Not a podium push yet. And Smile team just literally just went, oh yeah, we're gonna get the podium right now. They need to be like very careful. As we can see, they're gonna push even more, getting to 47 points within the last 5 seconds. They need, yeah, they need to try to push it. There's only 2 of them up though. IBS using the Triple Ink Strike. And the Rainmaker reset with the Wave Breaker out, which is not going to help them burst. But they did burst the Rainmaker. IPS picked up the Rainmaker, but got splat by the roller. Unfortunate. However, it is a win for Smile, and they need 2 more points to get into the grand finals. With the next stage and mode is going to be Splat Zones on Museum. A very interesting zones map. A lot of players do like this one. I call them the spinny things, but like the terminals. There's one on the left, right, and the center, which players can use as a wall and just having like a height advantage while trying to claim the zone. I believe we could see like very similar comps, maybe a change of the roller to a fluencer, and maybe the Special Junior more to a custom Special Junior. Why? I don't think Big Bubbler works a lot physically on this stage and mode, just because of the main part of the zone. It's not open. But hey, I think it could still work, but I don't think it will be as effective on physically this mode dash stage. Yep. Well, they still have a Big Bubbler, but they have changed from the Special to Custom Special Junior, with a lot of stealth jump and some object triggers, and also, of course, last ditch effort. Chris in the zone, painting, ducking, and sweeping through the main wall part. Gets one splat. Almost gets splattered by the wave breaker, but is now using Crab, which has like huge health. Smile claiming the zone, but a Booyah Bomb is coming with the change from Tri-Slosher to Slosher Machine. Yeah, gets 2. Savage literally just gone 2 with the Slosher Machine, getting the nice direct hits from their play. And now they in the lead. And just Smile just on their like platform right now. Need to try to make a push here. Has a wave breaker down. But Tripling Strike incoming, destroys it. But with Marsh's Trizuka again, 1 splat. There's only 3 up stuff, and the counter is just going down. At least Smile has reclaimed the zone. But IPS just in the corner right here. Oh, gets stunned by the wave breaker. Which, well, surprisingly is much more dangerous on top of all the usual splatting, if placed well. Marsh in to its like zone right now, like platform, getting 1 splat with the longer shots. Backing out a bit, dodging some bombs. Marsh knows IPS is up there. Another one is down. Yeah, Marsh just in their base right now, getting 1 splat and it's jumping out. Almost jumps into the triple ink strike. Turrets need to try and make a push here. There's only 2 of them up. Chris try and paint the zone, and unfortunately isn't the case for claiming the zone back. And Smile now claims another point for them to get to the final game sets. We see turrets can definitely like get points, like we saw in the previous match early in the stream. I can't remember which one they personally won on. I think it was. I'm quickly going back. But yeah, they won the game. But yeah, I believe if they get the right comp here for Undertow Spillway Tower Control, I think they can definitely push more. And allow. It's not, of course, it's not Rainmaker, but we know Smile were pretty good on Undertow as well, due to that Rainmaker push they did in like the last 30 seconds. Anyway, we're gonna find out right now. In the winner finals, possibly the final match here. Same comps. Camford has switched to the other Special Junior. Neck and neck on paint, and no splats yet. But they get claim their specials. And was that a snipe from the Eagle Eater? On this perch on the left is very dangerous. But Savage trying to get the splat here, and does. Gets another splat. They just using the beer bomb. Oh, unfortunate. Toots does have like a bit more turf, but now with all the players on Smile respawning in, it's gonna be definitely harder to push now. Crab Tank on the left, which Smile needs to try to avoid, and a beer bomb from the right, and fizzy bombs as well. There's only 2 up for Smile. Big Bubble coming up, maybe a bit desperate here, especially in the placement of where it was placed. It was the smaller scale version since it was under a platform. Only 1 up for Smile right now. And this is their push. This is the Turret's push right now. Crab Tank on tower. And Triple Wing Strike ready and already launched out. Trying to cover the left platforms. Unfortunate for Smile right there. And they've gone through 2 checkpoints already. This special using the big bubbler, trying to like just paint around and throw bombs on the tower so Troops can't make any more point pushes. But the Tetras are just around this left area, trying to not like approach, more just like, hey, I'm here, come chase me, and it works. And with a reslider red, this is definitely could possibly be another push with another triple wing strike coming out. However, 3 specials ready for Smile and only 2 up for Turrets. This could be the turning point here, and that's the wipeout. Smile needs to paint up and try to make a reverse push here. Marsh lurking on the left, released the Trizuka. Or got a few hits on Chris there, but didn't get the spat. And it's a bit too late for that now. But only IPS left now. They jumping underneath top. IPS getting 3 spots, gets a 4th, and that's a wipeout. A good stop, especially with IPS only like being up around like on this main part of the stage at the time. Chris supporting and getting the assist there. And more triple ink strikes coming out. IPS is the ink strike machine in this game. With its recent buff, it's definitely notable that a lot more players have been using it. Marsh trying to get some stats on the right here, and that's a wipeout. And look out all the stage. Prism Man just trying to get some stats off from the tower. But with the power of the ink strikes and the bombs and the sausage machines. Prism does get a splat, but it might be too late here because that's it, that's the game. Not a clean sweep, which is great to see. And we're going to our game 4 right now. it's still in the grabs. It's still in reach. I mean, it's still in reach for Jits. We're gonna be moving to Gorge on Rainmaker. We haven't seen this stage yet today, but we're featuring in the season map pool. It's available in Rainmaker and Cumbits. Physically on Rainmaker. I think it's physically for both stages actually. How the layout is, there's the center. You can go on the rail. Why would you do that? On the left, and then on the right with the slopes, which is probably the best way, honestly, because why would you go on the left? Only if it's a wipeout, of course. But the slope direction on this particular layout, it just benefits, and it's just easier to get to the podium quickly. A quick setup for gears and weapons for each of the teams this time. With, honestly, yeah, literally the same comps. And a quick burst for Trits. The Tetra is already in their base. Getting one spot. Getting another spot. Oh, Marsh. Backing out and trying to get some of the longer shots in the use of the squeezes 1 into 2 change. Crabbed on the perch. And that's already a podium checkpoint for Fritz. And then just rushing in with the Rainmaker. Getting as much points as possible. 38 points within the first minute. And it might be going. IPS picked up the Rainmaker featuring the Booyah Bomb. That's a wipeout, but still 20 points within, like, as mentioned, that's like the first 2 minutes. But I think even 1 minute. Yeah, what am I saying? 1 minute. Drill strike incoming. And also, what? Whoa! No, Prism taking out the crab tank and another player from the front. We're using Elita. It works, but that is so hard to do. Their Booyah Bomb ready and just, yeah. Salmon's just throwing the fizzy bombs out. Just makes sense. Just for the turf and paint control. Marsh again in one spot. Using the Trizuka. Almost gets another spot. But needs to back out here. Right now, Church just have a lot, has so much claimed like turf right now. It's gonna be very hard for Smile to approach again. However, a spot has happened. Marsh with another spot with the Trizuka. IPS right now is just more like holding the Rainmaker in place and more just taking up Smile's time, as we can see with the timer. Like, sure, they can push, but just hold the Rainmaker in place. While the other team are still struggling to, like, get into the center. And also turf control as well. Ooh, unfortunate timing with the crab tank coming out from Chris. Trying to get Marsh on the side here. I believe they either went back or jumped. With only around 1 minute, Smile needs to try and make a push here, but they just are just like being cornered in with full paint and just getting the spots. A big bubbler coming out, and with the EV to be in it, 2 big bubblers actually. Petra's trying to be sneaky, dodges forwards and then backs, but with the against the Special Junior, that was unfortunate. IPS not allowing them to like burst the Rainmaker either, being in a very tricky spot right now. And with other teams just battling the other players, it's going to be very hard to burst the Rainmaker out. Camford desperately wants to burst this Rainmaker, but with IPS, that's not going to happen. And Turrets with 2 points now. It's a neck and neck points for the losers finals. And this is a game 5, everyone, which is going to be very hyped to watch. The first game 5 for today, actually. And we're going to go back to Hagglefish Market on Camblitz. This is literally anyone's game. I'm happy that the past like 2 games, Chwit's, Paella, Flavour have gone back into the game and are ready to take on game 5. And it's not going to be like their previous rematch where it was 3-1 against Smile. So yeah, Hagglefish Market, I noticed with Hagglefish there's not really a lot of changes going through the different modes. So there's going to be the left and the right alleys to get to the goal. And of course, you just need to get 8 clams and then a super clam into the goal. And of course, there's the pinpoint of the pent on the left dash right for each of the teams as well, which is going to be very useful for particularly the Elita for this game. Squid Ninja, Squid Punisher, and some lot of stealth jumps. Petra's already in the middle with the right. However, it's being pinpointed by 2 of Smile's teams. Everyone trying to paint up and using the special round. Marsh getting 1 splat right now. Hopefully getting another hit. Gets 1. Oh. IPS trying to help out here, but just gets splattered. Chem Ford just painting up. Has the custom Special Junior this time, which has Wavebreaker and Torpedo, which is very annoying if you just keep on spamming it. Oh, it was a sneaky attack by one of the players in Church. Campbell has 7 clams. They need teams are throwing clams, but they need to get the clam time. However, only 2 up for Church still. IPS on the right and then Chris on the left here. And they just are luring each player to get the clams and just getting splattered. And there's only both. Before, like a few seconds ago, Smile used to have way more clams than now before, but they are rebuilding the clams currently with 7 each for each teams. A trade from Martian, I believe, Sun. A auto bomb splat, it seems, and by Aurora. Turrets does have the turf control here, and they can definitely push. As we can see with the Tetris doing a cheeky flank with a reef slider, doesn't get any splats, but has off-put Smile for being distracted while those clams are getting in. And that just ends their push for their first clam, but still a few points in. And we're still under a half of the game still. They can definitely make a random push in a bit. With the Elite like jumping back as well, it definitely seems like Smile needs a lot more turf control. Oh, It seems like, yeah, as mentioned, turrets are just a bit more aggressive right now. But Smile are coming back. But the Tetris just being on that left area, trying to do some flanks, is definitely aiding turrets to get more points in. With 3 of Smile's teams in the middle now, it seems like they want to make a push within the next minute. But with IPS's Ink Strikes, that's not going to happen. Oh, the Tetris, once again, doing all the flanks in this game. Gets 2 splats, needs to get a clam, and now is going to rush to... Marsh pinpointing on the left here and getting the splats. And 2 super clams are going to despawn. With only 1 super clam push of 20, it's definitely anyone's game right now. Even Smile, if they at least just do 1 super clam push with a few clams, it's their game. But yeah, they just be on their side. They just stuck. Meanwhile, as we see with turrets, they just have way more flanking and just a lot more paint right now. Because with the wave breaker, those are the auto bomb, and yeah, the Tetris are just being annoying. Tetris are just being annoying, just throwing bombs and just saying, "Hey, get us." They have all been avoiding to get splattered as well. Oh, this is very dangerous. A 3v3, and with Smile pushing, and another splat down. They're throwing it in. 80. And they... Wait, what? Did Marsh throw a clam in at the last second? That's so... Oh... My god. I'm speechless. As mentioned earlier, you just needed a clam and at least a super clam and another one. And that's 3 points to Smile. Wow. Just shows the final push always matters. Somehow Smile was able to get out of their turf and literally into the player's base and just needed to throw 1 super clam and a clam, and that was game. It's unfortunate. These things do happen. So for turrets, Paella, for the players, I hope to see them in the future Ink Anarchies. And yeah, moving swiftly on to the final, possibly matchup for today. It's going to be Tenshi versus Smile. As you can see in the bracket, they played in the winners finals, but it was a clean 3-0 sweep, I believe. So I'm going to double check that. I'm not yes, it was. So would it be the same here? I guess we find out. As we can see here, all these teams had potential of winning, as we just saw with turrets, who almost won that. It was just a close clan blitz game. These things happen. But yeah, Smile versus Tenshi in the grand finals. as mentioned, Smile needs to win this grand finals, so minimum 3 games, and then they will need to do a bracket reset to win all of this month's Ink Anarchy. So yeah, let's go through the maps while we wait for the lobbies to be ready and stuff. For the grand finals, we will be on Museum, Tower Control, Inkblot Art Academy, Splat Zones, Brine Water Springs, Clan Blitz, Undertow Spillway, Rainmaker, and Sturgeon Shipyard, Tower Control. We haven't seen Brine Water Springs, which is going to be fun to watch. For the museum, we saw another mode on it, but it is a fan favorite for Tower Control Museum, since most likely for its route compared to like more its Rainmaker path, etc. We haven't seen Inkblot Art Academy zones today. We saw earlier with some other modes, but big zone, and then there's also the block in the middle to either dodge attacks or have the height advantage, or even use that platform to get to the players' base platforms, which is very interesting. Undertow Spillway, Rainmaker, we saw this earlier. Definitely, we need to like look out for Smile's pushes on that one, particularly if we get to Game 4, and then Sturgeon Shipyard, which we also haven't seen today. Tower Control, which it's basically like go to the middle of the top of like, the small hill. And yeah, what was I gonna say? Do the win. Some like shouts to some other teams. Let's quickly go to the bracket. As mentioned, Twit's Paella Flavour have been really good team and dash players for this month's Ink Anarchy. Ozone, unfortunately, wasn't their day today, but still got to like the top like 5 for players, so that's still really good results. But yeah. A voice in my head. I had to put ASC on the team list for Tenshi, which I believe might be a tag. Yeah, mine was so good. But yeah, from the bracket today, there's been 16 teams, so that's which our usual numbers. We get around 16 to 20 for each month. And yeah, if you are ever interested, please, I believe I've got Discord or even a Twitter one. There's always next month. I always try to aim Ink Anarchy for every Saturday for each month. Well, that's the plan, anyways, for now. This is going to be definitely a, I feel like, tight matchup though. Right. Be crazy if we get another game 5 though. I'm trying to recall Tenshi's weapons. Oh, I remember now. Wait, is it? I believe from the previous round, like when we streamed earlier, they had 2 crab tanks. I might be wrong. I might be thinking another team, but I believe it's this team here. It's gonna be good. Yeah, quick, going back to these stages and stuff. So, Museum Tower Control. Basically, go to the middle, get on the tower from the spinny thing, I like to call it, and then go from either left or right, and it does like a U-turn, and then you go on the player's platform through the other spin, like the bigger spinny things in the left and right, and then go through some checkpoints, and you get to the goal, which isn't the KO points for this layout compared to Rainmaker is much easier to do, because Rainmaker's final podium is literally at the spawn points. And for one of the earlier checkpoints, I think the first checkpoint for this stage, it's right next to the other players' like drop points, or one of the drop points to get into the center. So players need to be wary for that. Can definitely see some like the rollers and Splash Shot Juniors specifically for Big Bubbler, which always to this day I think having a roller with Big Bubbler, it was a interesting thing to do. I don't think compared to like other kits from previous games, it feels for roller. It kind of makes sense, but at the same time, I don't personally think it. I personally think other specials would have been better on it. But then we also just saw like Big Swig with the Ink Wall and Ink Fac, which I think is also an interesting kit take. We are about to enter the next game. Players are just getting their kits ready on all that stuff. So it should be a good time. Oh yeah, okay, I'm looking at the players now. Seb used a mix of the Gao and Stamper, which is also interesting to have. I think Stamper is definitely a good uprising weapon. It's very more skill based though, but has really good range and not like the best paint, but still pretty good compared to like other weapons in this game. All right, on to the grand finals for today. This is winner finals. Oh, I forgot to change it. I forgot to change it for loser finals. Anyway, that's enough talking from me. Let's get into the game, shall we? Yeah, 2 crabs, a sausage machine, and a stamper, and the same comp for Smile from the previous losers finals. Both teams entering the middle part area, trying to paint, and of course, a crab tank already has come out. And the Wave Breaker hitting the crab tank, which honestly it's pretty hard to jump over when you crab tank form. Can you even jump in crab tank form? I'm talking too much. Tension on the tower and just on the other platform. Sebe are using the stamper to try to get someone off the platform, but Marsh here getting the spat. But they need to mine the crab tank, which is in their base. Wait. Well, Alu is in their platform on high of that, using the splash and burst bombs, trying to get a bit more push, and they're already at 31 points, going through 2 checkpoints. The second one being the biggest, but that is a wipeout for and the end of their push. Big Brother placed and Wave Breaker out. This is Smile's chance to do a really good push here. Avoiding all the players right now and getting 2 splats, and there's only 1 player up for Tenshi right now. Getting the Solar Machine getting one splat. They need to be careful here. They need to Smile on the lead now and almost at the last checkpoint. Definitely a back and forth game. Camford in the on the player's spinny platform gets I believe 1 assist from my recall, and just painting, just being annoying and painting everywhere, which is what you do with a special junior. Oh, a jump shot from Prim's E-liter. Roller is just using curling bombs to like traverse around the stage, and now they're just pushing the game. Wave Wreck out. The way Camphor must have. Oh, they don't. Maybe they do on their secondary ones, but the range of the special up feels like has so much range. Oh. Marsh painting around and going onto the platform now. Tries the versus 2 to 3 -3 players, but didn't succeed. And there's only 1 up for Smile now, and the Prison just jumped back, which is the smart play to do. Always jump back. Sipcast out, trying to get some splats here. Drops off and gets the splat, and gets another splat as well before getting into the trade. Only 1 play up for Tenshi though. They using Crab Tank and they jumping to the tower. Prison just holding the zone, the tower, but that's a wipeout. That's a wipeout for Tenshi. Such a close push, and there's only 24 seconds left. Big Bubbler out. Two for Tenshi. It's only up. They're only on the left. They're using Zipcaster. It's unfortunate. And that's 1 point for Smile right there. Already a good change of result compared to their last matchup in Winners Finals. Great to see. we'll be moving on to Inkblot Art Academy on Splat Zones. Which I think will benefit both teams' comps from what we saw previously. But yeah, that was a crazy game for like each teams of the points were like getting down like to like the minimum. But yeah, Smile just made enough like good pushes using their specials and just being on that platform, painting all like around it and then pushing forwards to not get Tenshi like to win that match. It's definitely, just have a feeling this could be a game 5. I know it's so early in the like match, but as mentioned, it was 3-0, 3-0 for Tenshi winning in the winners finals, which sent Smile back into the losers bracket to play in the losers finals. Maybe just because of that game, they just prepped up a bit more compared to Tenshi, who have waited for a bit between that match. Anyway, on to game 2, Inkblot Art Academy on Splat Zones. Two splashes, a Flinzer, which is interesting. We haven't seen Seb use a Flinzer yet, and the usual comp for Smile, which works. Prison already on the pinpoint, but is backing out due to the crab being on the right here. Although on the other player's like platform, trying to be sneaky here. Like, oh, but no, Prison knows there's a player just there. What? But whoa. Oh, but almost got the splattered still. But it seems like the roller and other players sorted them out. Marsh getting the Trizuka splat on the left there. Seb has the Tenta missiles ready, maybe possibly waiting for all their team to be up, and other players' specials to be ready. They got Tenta missiles, they're launching the Tenta missiles. And they're also launching the Beer Bomb, which is going to destroy that big bubbler on the side. And they got the zone after 30 points on Smile's side. And there's only 2 up for Smile right now. Marsh did get a splat there, but just got splatted by the splash. Prison on the higher platform on the left here, but gets splattered by the slashing machine, which has some good mobility of like arcing shots. Arcing shots. Arching. Oh, never mind. And they in the lead while I was like rambling on my words. They in the lead with 15 points. 13, 12, 10. Smile needs to make a push here, but it might be too late. And that's it. 1-1 is the points on the board. A really quick turnaround of events compared to the previous first match. No one got a knockout. This was the first knockout for this set, which is very interesting. It just seemed like Tenshi just had the upper hand in general compared to Smile, which really had a good start, especially getting to 30 points. But as mentioned in some of the previous games today, sometimes that's not enough. Sometimes you need to make a push. You need to make the KO. we are moving to Brine Water Spoons on Clamberts. A new stage. A very interesting stage as well. Unlike Founder Heights, I don't think this stage is already not as popular. But I think it's still a good addition for Splatoon 3. You start from the top, either side, then you go down slopes on the side. But those slopes can also be used as platforms. While the main part is where the slopes end. You also got like the lower alley ditches on the left and right, where players can jump from the spawn area down, even though that's pretty risky too, since the other team can easily notice you that you're dropping down from the higher platforms. For Clam Blitz, it's pretty simple. The goals are at the end of the slopes, so no pushing going up the slopes, and it's not as near to the spawn area, so players can easily get clams in the middle area and push once they are ready with their specials and ink. And here we go, our grand finals, game 3. Three splashes. Okay, I think now that's a bit too much, personally. And Linda changing from the normal roller to the Flinzer, which is pretty good, especially with the Tinta missiles. Seb, who was originally playing Splatana and some other weapons previously, is now joining forces to make an army of crab tanks. However, only the 2 splashes are up right now. 1 crab tank is out. They need to dodge the missiles though. And Smile has the paint right now, and they can definitely push with those 4 clams in each of the players. They are throwing the clams to Marsh here, but using Trizuka to avoid the fizzy bomb on the last jump. Got Marsh. Fizzy bombs on this stage, especially for the ramps, is very useful to have. But yeah, Tenshi needs to try and make some more like paint and maybe a push here at some point. With a wave breaker out and Smile just having all the paint control in the middle right now, they can definitely make a more confirmed push right now. Marsh trying to get the 2 players on the left here. Needs to avoid the crab tank though, and the booyah bomb. Only 2 up for Smile though. What? Definitely a huge change in pace. Oh, I was gonna see what happened, but at least got that splat. And voting Prism getting another shot off the crab tank. Once again, we saw earlier today. That's so nuts to do. And now it's only 2 up for. I was going to say, oh, this is Smile's push, but no, it isn't. Not at all. Tenshi still has the turf right now, and there's still Alu is still in there, in like the under. On the lower part of the ramp, just painting and throwing bombs, just being annoying. And there we go, the first point's in. Our Prism and possibly some other players did get some splats here. It's only 2 up for Tenshi right now. Seb crab tanking the Elite, just pushing them back a bit. But no splats at all. Okay, at 1 trade. There's only 2 up for Tenshi right now. And Prison was trying to leg it with the clam, but failed to. A player. Oh, Marsh notices the jump on the right there, but didn't get away from Aru with the splash. Crab tank at the bottom of the slope right now. They can bubble that up. Gets the splat nearby. And once again, Prism on this perch, which is very useful for them. Can they get another splat off the crab tank. No, they can't. And because of how they have to back out, Tenshi are making the points here. They are pushing pretty aggressively now at 22 points. 19, 16, 13. Getting one splat. Prison needs to try to get a splat here. The count keeps going down. And the game, that's it. That's the game. 2 points for Tenshi. As you can see, just the turf control, just in that whole stage, they just have the power, like the power to just push and get score. Oops, I've got to do the scores. Moving on to game 4 right now. Undertow Spillway Rainmaker. This could just how well we saw Smile team like playing on this stage. I think they can definitely have the upper hand in this. But then we haven't really seen Tenshi play on the stage and mode yet. So I think it could go either way. But you need to remember how good Smile's push was on Undertow Spillway. Getting it around to 10 to 20 within like the last 30 seconds. Because they done the long way on the left, going up the slopes. It's going to be an interesting match to watch. Comp-wise, I'm surprised we saw 3 splashes, but then at the same time more surprised. I think they probably gonna just do 3 splashes and then a social machine. It worked out well for them last time, but maybe not as much on Undertow, just because how open, but how like closed some of the alleyways is. I guess we find out right now. Okay, 2 splashes and a gal this time. And the social machine. And a consistent comp from Smile, which I think is pretty cool to see. If you're confident in the team's comp, just try win with it, which we are seeing they are, definitely. Crab Tank come from the top left. Tonight just bursting out the Crab Tank right away, just claiming a bit on the turf and pushing. Definitely helps. There's Prism got the Rainmaker carrier and got the splat, but I don't think that will help in the long run since they knocked the podium out and now it's at 60 points. Marsh using the Trizuka. Didn't get any splats with it. Was in the awkward position. They need to be careful though. Avoids the social machine ink and gets 1 splat. The Rainmaker has reset. And only 2 up for Tenshi right now. The row doing good work with the big bubble there and just spreading their spreading their flicks just to get some splats, as we just saw there. Also getting another splat right now. Ooh, gets a trade instead. Smile going to the other podium instead, which is a good trick, because I bet the other team thought they were going to the left. They needed to avoid the crab tank row on the right. $61 points to 60 points. Smile needs to at least make another push, which they are. Oh, was about to just at least make the push to be confident. Yeah, we are winning, but unfortunately didn't do it. And the Rainmaker has reset. A lot of tough control for Tenshi right now. Crab Tank on the far right here. Oh, again, 1 splat. trying to get the splat off the E-liter. Unfortunately, doesn't. And they're pushing to 25 points. They splattered. It's only the splash up. They need to be careful though with the bomb. And that's a wipeout. Still 17 points for Tenshi. And if they win this, they win the whole of Ink Anarchy this month. Which would be crazy. 10 points to 61. Nice burst on Splat. Only 2 up for Smile right now. They are jumping to the pillar in the middle, but they need to be careful of the sloshing machine. And the splash. Wave break out. But yeah, the sloshing machine just was determined to splat the E-liter and is now using the beer bomb. They're pushing to 9 points. E-liter behind the block here is safe, but yeah, well, okay, well, there's a lot to take in there. Gets splattered, but gets the Rainmaker. But Seb's still there, and they're still painting. Are they going to try to make the push here? They get 1 splat. They get 2 splat. Watch out for the E-liter though. They didn't try to pick up the Rainmaker, but now they are down, and the jumps are just going to get splattered. And yeah, the Rainmaker has resetted. So now needs to make a approach here somehow by a bit more paint and getting some splats since they are just going down. However, as I mentioned, Tenshi only 2 up right now. Sloshing machine getting the splat. Only 2 up for Smile, and we are only... Time goes quick, and there's only like 10 seconds left. They need to try to pick up the Rainmaker, but it might be impossible now. With the crab tank ending it all, they went into the Rainmaker, then now they just don't need to push. And there we have it. Tenshi are the winners for this month's Ink Anarchy. A solid 3-game win, but of course not a clean sweep. It's always good to see Smile trying to win there. There were so many close games between Tenshi to Smile, and even the previous teams as mentioned. GG's to them. They will be claiming Ink Anarchy badges, and I will also be putting the top teams' results in Ink on Sendo.ink after the stream is over. But yeah, let's quickly go to the bracket. Well, just the top bracket, and then I'm gonna quickly fill in the really close games today. Which is cool to see. But Tenshi just being out of the top always, which to be fair, they were the top seed for this tournament, which makes sense. Just they didn't really lose a lot of games, only 2 games, but they were very consistent in winning and didn't go to lose bracket, as we can see in just this more top bracket section here. But good GG's to all teams. As mentioned, Smile played really well. Tritz, Paella, Flavour, Ozone. And yeah. Something else. Yeah, just good games. I'm quickly going to check if I have something up. Oh, I can quickly... can I quickly do this? So yeah, for players who are curious and like who wants to play and all that stuff, Ink Anarchy happens every month, first Saturday So the next one will be in March. Oh my god, March. I know the new update is out, so new weapons will be out, so that'd be cool. I need to look at the new stages and stuff. But yeah, fun games for all. Quickly, I'm just gonna advertise. Okay, cool. I can speak now. I forgot to add my mic. But Ink and Splash is happening. Yeah, Ink and Splash. Oh my god. Ink and Splash is the free play, free LAN just for fun games and tournaments and stuff. If you are based in the UK or particularly in more London, feel free to come down. It's happening in 2 weeks' time. £15 entry. Bring a Switch. There's gonna be docs set up. It's gonna be always a fun time. I enjoyed doing hosting the last 2 England splashes, and I'm happy SideQuest are working with us. But yeah, apart from that, for the more UK community, there's a lot of things upcoming, which I'm excited for. So I'm definitely stay tuned for more, I guess, tournament and event details, even outside of stuff that I'm hosting. A lot of stuff coming up over the next year. But yeah. I guess if you're join the Discord, that'd be probably the best place to get updated on what's happening up for more future Ink Anarchies and all that stuff, or even on Twitter. Yeah, that is it, I believe. Once again, GG's to Tenshi for joining this month's Ink Anarchy and winning the whole tournament out of the 16-team bracket. Where's the... I've been your host, PixSquid. You can follow me on Twitter at PixSquid_. I do YouTube, but I don't do YouTube anymore. In all that. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your Saturday. Bye all!